I am standing right in the middle of a noisy downtown city center to put some serious content creation tools to the ultimate real-world test. There is constant traffic, people chatting nearby, and a loud city bus idling right behind me, but I am recording this using only the tiny built-in microphone on my laptop. I am doing this because we need to talk about the brutal reality of turning messy, long-form footage into punchy social media clips that actually perform. I shoot a ton of interviews and vlogs, and I have learned the hard way that just uploading raw, long videos to social media rarely gets you any traction. The algorithm demands that you hook people in the first 2 seconds, which means the real challenge is finding those micro moments and turning them into viral gold. That is exactly where Vizard comes into play, and today I am going to compare it against the heavyweights like Premiere Pro and free audio tools to see what actually works. For this experiment, I am using that raw, noisy downtown audio without any external microphones or pre-processing filters. My first stop was Adobe Premiere Pro to see how a professional workflow handles this kind of noisy, raw environmental audio. Premiere offers an amazing essential sound panel with AI-driven speech enhancement, and while it sounds fantastic, it is incredibly resource-heavy on your hardware. But even with the power of Premiere, you are still manually scrubbing through hours of footage just to find those perfect 15-second clips for your reels. Next, I tested the free path by using Audacity combined with OpenVINO plugins for background noise suppression. The results from Audacity are genuinely impressive for a free tool, but it is strictly an audio-focused solution that lacks any video editing or auto-captioning features. You eventually realize the trade-off is either spending a fortune on time and manual labor, or dealing with fragmented tools that don't scale. That is where Vizard changed everything for me when I uploaded my 45-minute raw recording and hit the auto-edit button. Within just a few minutes, Vizard had analyzed the entire mess and surfaced a massive stack of short, highlight-worthy clips. The AI intelligently looks for engagement signals like laughter, speed shifts, and visual changes to automatically carve out the best moments. Instead of spending hours manually searching for hooks, I suddenly had a ranked list of potential reels ready to be polished. Another huge win is the auto-scheduler that lets you set your posting frequency without needing to wake up at odd hours to hit the publish button. The content calendar feature is a complete game changer for solo creators because it centralizes your entire distribution pipeline into one interface. I was particularly blown away by the speed, as Vizard processed my 45-minute file much faster than Premiere ever could. It also automatically generated various aspect ratios like 9:16 for TikTok and 1:1 for Instagram with smart reframing. The auto-generated captions were solid, and even though I did a quick manual pass to perfect a few words, it saved me massive amounts of time. It is important to remember that this is not a black box, because you still have full control to edit the start and end points of every single clip. If you are a high-end editor who needs granular control over every frame, Premiere Pro remains the absolute gold standard for production quality. However, for the daily grind of social media where volume and consistency are the keys to growth, Premiere is often just too much overkill. Audacity remains a fantastic, zero-cost hero for audio-first projects, but it really does not help you with the rest of your social media pipeline. Vizard effectively sits in the sweet middle ground, combining the most valuable parts of automation into one streamlined workflow. Of course, no AI is perfect, and sometimes it might chop a clip a little abruptly, so you should always do a quick quality check before scheduling. If your brand voice is incredibly specific, you will want to tailor those AI picks, but that is a tiny price to pay for the massive time savings. The final result of my test was a fully loaded content calendar for the next month, all generated from that single noisy afternoon recording. If I had stuck to the old way, I would still be sitting here exporting clips tonight instead of actually engaging with my audience. If you are serious about building an audience, Vizard is going to save you hours of mental energy every single week. My recommendation for a power user is to use Vizard for the heavy lifting of discovery, then bring the best clips into Premiere for that final high-end polish. That hybrid approach gets you the best of both worlds, professional quality combined with the speed and consistency needed to dominate social platforms. I would love to help you run your own long-form video through this process, so drop a comment or send me a DM and let's see what hidden content we can pull out. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.